The Shadowlands are nightmarish realms of decay. These labyrinthine spiritual planes, teeming with the souls of the dead who have passed from the world of the living, exist on the edge of reality. The origins of the Shadowlands remain uncertain, but it is clear they have existed ever since mortal life first arose in the physical universe. They span all worlds, including Azeroth. There are those who believe all mortal souls are drawn into this dark place when they die, remaining there for all eternity. Others hope their souls will, in time, go to a brighter place, rather than languish for eternity within the cold confines of the Shadowlands. With a single act of destruction, Sylvanas Windrunner has ripped open the way to the afterlife. When a mortal dies, and their soul crosses the veil between life and death, it is shepherded by the Kyrian to the eternal city named Oribos. This ancient city, located at the heart of the Shadowlands, is the home of the Arbiter. The city predates memory and is of unknown construction. It serves as a nexus between the various domains of the Shadowlands. Each soul brings with it a vital force known as anima, the product of all the soul's experiences and actions in life. Anima is the lifeblood of the Shadowlands, making trees grow and rivers flow, and is the source that's drawn upon to conduct the magic of death. Great souls, both good and evil, have a lot of anima, such as those of Arthas, Garrosh, or Varian, while those who have lived humbler lives have less. Mortal souls who cross the veil between life and death are judged by the Arbiter, a mysterious and ancient being whose existence predates all memory, even older than the Titans, according to some accounts. Those brought before her have all of their deeds, memories, and experiences, the very contents of their souls, laid bare, and are judged in a mere instant. Once measured, the Arbiter sends them off to one of the countless realms of the Shadowlands. Of these countless realms, we shall focus on the 4, each ruled by a powerful covenant with its unique role in maintaining the ecosystem of the afterlife. The covenants are ancient and powerful orders that have existed since the Shadowlands were shaped so very long ago. They bear sacred duties to help maintain the afterlife's ecosystem. First, the Bastion Realm is ordered and purposeful. Souls naturally drawn to service are sent here by the Arbiter to examine their lives, cleanse themselves of their burdens, and work toward a state of virtue so they might ascend to serve the Shadowlands. One such soul within Bastion's vaunted halls is Uther the Lightbringer. The Kyrian Covenant, who are the forebearers of the Valkyr and the Spirit Healers, rule over Bastion. Second, the Maldraxxus Realm represents the heart of the Shadowlands' military might. Warlike souls who never yield or bow, and are willing to strive against one another for greatness, will find a home here. While Maldraxxus is home to wicked beings like necromancers and abominations, not everyone here is evil. The Necrolords welcome all who are mighty and driven. The determined rise to positions of power, while the less promising become fuel for Maldraxxus's weapons. This brutal selection process has created a vast militia with a wobbling hierarchy. Maldraxxus is the birthplace of necromantic magic, and home to the forces that were called upon by the Lich King and the Scourge on Azeroth. Third, Ardenweald represents autumn and winter in this cycle of 4. Ardenweald can be compared to the Emerald Dream, but where the dream represents the spring and summer of the cycle of life, Ardenweald represents autumn and winter, a place of rest and hibernation, and is presided over by the Night Fae Covenant, who tend to spirits who were closely tied to nature, preparing them to return to the world of the living. The demigod Cenarius spent time here, recovering, so that he could return to Azeroth during the events of the Cataclysm. It is an enchanted mystical forest where giant dream trees draw in anima and where spirits of nature are tended to by the Night Fae. They infuse this anima into slumbering spirits, rejuvenating their lives with the remnants of the old to prepare them to be reborn into the world of the living. It is a beautiful, yet deceptively dangerous land. Fourth, Revendreth is a land of gothic spires and dark secrets, and not one soul hopes to be sent here. This is where flawed souls are sent who haven't been able to leave something behind, whether it's pride or some other source of downfall. Souls sent here are not quite ready for service in one of the Shadowlands' other domains, and it is the duty of the vampiric Venthyr to prepare them through unimaginable torment. It is much like a purgatory for souls who need to atone for past misdeeds and shed the burdens of their life. The journey is not an easy one, however. The former Sindorai prince, Kael'thas Sunstrider, is one such soul who has found himself in Revendreth for the deeds of his life. Sinstones, gravestones with the soul's crimes listed upon it, litter each pathway. Souls sent here can etch these sins off their stones over time as they are prepared for the afterlife by the Venthyr. The fog-filled forest is where the Venthyr schedule hunts on tortured souls, sending them out with a false sense of hope and security, then track them down and humble them. Another notable area is the Ember Ward, found on the western side of this region. There, the light has actually broken through and is extremely harmful to Revendreth's residents. Time passes differently in the Shadowlands. There have been records of those who stepped into this realm experiencing a passage of a few days, only to return to the world of the living and learn that years have passed. Additionally, while in the Shadowlands, visions of the past may be seen. During the Day of the Dead, the people of Azeroth gather in graveyards to celebrate and cherish the spirits of those they have lost. During this time, the Shadowlands draw closer to Azeroth. Now, the Shadowlands are in a state of disarray. In the natural order of things, souls are sorted and sent on to an afterlife realm appropriate to the lives they lived. But, as of recently, the Arbiter has gone mysteriously dormant, and all souls who have perished, including the innocents slain at Teldrassil, are now being funneled directly into the Maw. The Maw is one of the realms of the Shadowlands. This horrific place houses the most vile and irredeemable souls in existence, ones deemed by the Arbiter to represent a threat to the Shadowlands if left free. Ruled by the enigmatic jailer whom none have ever seen, at least none who did so and escaped to tell the tale, the Maw inspires nightmares and legends even among the denizens of the Shadowlands. To date, no one has ever escaped this vile place, and any foolish enough to venture there are never heard from again. With the natural order of things having fallen out of place, all souls who enter the Shadowlands now pour directly into this horrific realm. As a result, the Maw grows larger and more powerful, while other parts of the Shadowlands have become deprived of anima and started withering. Ardenweald has suffered more keenly than any other realm in the Shadowlands. For the first time in endless ages, the Night Phase Winter Queen must choose which of the land's formerly lush groves and which souls will be fed the last precious drops of anima and which will fade away forever. Sylvanas Windrunner has been working with the jailer for some time and has been seemingly perpetrating acts to bring about great amounts of death in the world of the living, feeding the Maw with new souls. With this, both she and the jailer have grown more powerful. The Shadowlands are starving for anima, even as the Maw continues to grow from the glut of fresh souls. The Shadowlands are by no means the only afterlife a mortal soul may find itself in. As souls can be sent into the light, they might also be sucked into the void. Upon dying, elementals return to the elemental plane, and demons to the twisting nether. There is hardly a concrete view on the finite possibilities where a soul might end up at one point in its existence. Frostmourne, the fearsome rune-inscribed longsword of the Lich King, had a grip on thousands of souls within the blade. This is only to say that the destiny of any mortal soul remains unknown. Much like all afterlife possibilities known at this time, the Shadowlands have their own grand design and cycle of life and death, for lack of a better term. Certain races, such as the Kyrian of Bastion, if killed in the Shadowlands, die permanently. These are the souls of deceased mortals who have been transformed to serve a new purpose. Their initial origin stems from outside of the Shadowlands. On the other hand, other creatures of this realm, such as dredgers and stewards, are naturally born from the magic of death to serve the different realms and help facilitate the process of the afterlife. If they are killed in the Shadowlands, their energy is recycled back into the realm, eventually bringing forth another member of its race to take their place. The final destination of the spirits of the deceased remains a mystery to Azeroth's people, as the Shadowlands are only one of the potentially countless roads a soul might take upon dying. And at this time, with the machine of death being broken, it is hardly a path any soul would wish to take. Will the grand design of the Shadowlands return to its former state, or will it be damaged and brought to a state of disarray which can never again be made whole? Only time will tell.